I think Jace is fine in Modern. I think the people that were freaking out about it being busted didn't realize the type of format that Modern is. So this is a bounce land, right? Need to double check and make sure I understand what all my lands do. I mean, we have the deck our card is named after, the card our deck is named after in the opener, so probably supposed to keep. This is going to be a learning experience for everyone. I've played a little bit of Pauper. I actually played Tortured Existence before, back when it was a green-black deck forever ago. But I am definitely by no means an expert. We're gonna get, you are not wrong. You are not wrong, Zach. You are definitely gonna get some. We're gonna be reading a lot of cards in both my own decks and the decks our opponent is playing. Bogles, gross. Crypt Rats is probably okay here. It depends on how big they get, how quickly. We're probably dead, huh? We're probably dead. I'm no expert. Do I have edicts in my main deck? There's a lot of edicts in this format. I have 3 Chainer's edicts in my main deck. JK. So I think I'm supposed to lead on Faithless Looting then here and see where we go. Alright, so this bolt probably isn't particularly useful. And it's probably worthwhile keeping these swamps just as like untapped lands down the line here. I don't think putting Tortured Existence into play just yet really nets us anything, so I'm just going to play this and bounce my Bloodfell Cave back to my hand. Even in Pauper, they are one slippery boy, right? It's 2/2 for each other. I'm glad I didn't play Tortured Existence, because it would be bigger then. Oh, old cards impacting things on both sides of the board. Alright, so we can flashback Faithless Looting here. Keep digging for that Edict. Get, what, 3 more looks here, assuming they don't kill us next turn? Things are not looking good for our hero, chat. The hero is in grave danger. Probably just dead to another Ancestral Mask. Oh man. Oh man. Alright, so we have 2 more edicts in our sideboard. God bless. Does anyone know, is this like regular Bogles or like modern Bogles where they board in or have creatures that these lightning bolts would kill, or are the lightning bolts just a safe cut? It feels pretty clean. +2 edicts, +2 Electrickery. Do they have, I guess that one card, the cartouche of whatever, is common, right? It makes a 1/1 when it comes into play, so maybe the bolts are good for cleaning those up. I'm pretty sure they play the white cartouche. That card's common, right? Sometimes they have Aura Our Lady. I'm gonna leave a couple of bolts in. I feel like they're good for cleaning up some of the chaff. This Faerie Macabre doesn't really do anything. The Stinkweed Imp's actually quite excellent, right? If they don't get first strike on it, this thing can trade with their dork. I feel like most of these other cards are probably fine. All right, I'll just leave 1 bolt in. I'll leave 1 bolt in. Let's do this attacks. You may pay 2 if you do create a servo token. Cute. Stinkweed has non-dredge text, right? Yeah, whatever. We'll fetch. I'm assuming most of our lands in this deck make black mana. Yeah, we have 3 mountains and 22 lands total, so we'll fetch a mountain with this. I asked someone to link me Tortured Existence, and this is the deck they linked me. I wanted to play Tortured Existence because I remembered liking that card last time I played Pauper, and this was the deck list I was sent. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Oh, that's actually really good, right? Because it's a bounce land, so it's gonna get us 2 mana basically. I'm gonna ban the Bolt for now. I'm gonna ban the Monstrous Carabid for now. They might bring in Standard Bearer. Okay, maybe I'm supposed to hold the Bolt. Watch us get punished for having discarded the Bolt that people are saying shouldn't be in our deck. Yep. Don't cartouche me. Have a heart. Yeah. Yay! We did it, Reddit. We did it, chat. Edict you. Edict you. Am I supposed to loot here? I think I'm probably supposed to hold these lootings, right? Because I can loot and then put in the Grave Scrabbler next turn and like pick up the Monstrous Carabid. It's a Ledgewalker. Hopefully they don't pump her power and defense, and then I can Electrickery her. Please just be like a Rancor or something. Oh, jeez. Is there anything that punishes me for waiting on this Electrickery? Is there anything that punishes me for waiting on this Electrickery? Is there anything? Yeah, Klutz, I started with this deck. I started with this deck because this was one of the decks that we played and it was sweet. Klutz and I played Pauper way back in the day. Alright, I'm cheating. I'm looking up Bogles on Goldfish. Looking up Bogles on Goldfish. Do you have anything that punishes me? Goldfish says they don't have anything that punish me. Go. No, the overload is 2. What a tilt. What a tilt. I liked my discard pile opponent. That's rude. My discard pile and I, we were fans of each other. I guess that's only fair. I'm about to like 3-for-1 them, right? Right, I'm just gonna take this hit here. No blocks. Maybe get a, yeah. Whoa, oh, did that overload on him? That's terrifying. I was like, whoa, what just happened? Why didn't it? My heart just jumped. I was like, yeah, concession Electrickery. All right. Giggity 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 goo. The overload spooked me too. I was like, wait, it just took my mana and put it on the stack. I don't. Yeah, but usually it makes you click through the mana in your pool. So, and I mean this in the nicest of ways possible. I am almost certain Pauper might be great once it's solved, but Pauper in its current state is almost certainly very diverse because of the fact that it's not played and not heavily iterated by people whose primary goal is winning, right? Like, we don't have Pauper Grand Prix, we don't have Pauper Opens, we don't have Pauper Pro Tours. Like, hey, Larynx Punchworthy with the 25-month resubscription. Thanks a lot and welcome back. That's a long time. Thanks for re-upping and sticking around. This hand's a pretty easy mulligan, right? Like, none of our edict effects. It's like, doesn't do a whole lot in general. It's not exciting, but it's a keep. I'm gonna bottom Bloodfell Caves here, just like looking for more edicts or power static or whatever's. Yeah, so I thought we'd take a chance on Pauper again. The last time we played it wasn't super popular. So we're gonna see how the numbers are like today and what the usual numbers are like after the fact. We're playing the Rats Lock. I don't know what the Rats Lock is. Yeah, I think... Couldn't you argue it's great because it isn't solved? Sure, but like there's also formats like Modern that like are heavily iterated and are played a ton at a high level and are still not, like, they're still pretty diverse and open, right? Whereas like there's certainly an argument to be made that, like, you know, Legacy is a good example of a format that has a bunch of cards and gets played. It even gets played less than Modern, but it's already solved more and is more narrow than Modern is, especially in its current state. Oh, there's no Chittering Rats. No, there's just Crypt Rats. Yeah, just Crypt Rats. I think I just want to Edict there aggressively. Just like spend my mana guaranteed. Yeah, we're not flashing that one back. That's sad. So do I want to even Edict them here? I think I probably do. I think I want to just like keep their board pretty clear. I've got 3 more Edicts in my deck, right? Didn't have flashback anyways. Pauper is only commons. Only cards that ever printed at common in a set. It's interesting that they're keeping the relic going. I guess it's pretty good against what we're doing, right? Yep. We're 1 turn too late on that one. I'm gonna go ahead and lead on Faithless Looting here. Let's see what we find. Crypt Rats is pretty good, right? Deals X damage to each. I'm just gonna bin this Looting and this Evolving Wilds at this point. And then I can do this. I can play this Crypt Rats out. So this might encourage them to pop this because they really need to find another enchantment so they can get this thing out of Chittering or Crypt Rats range. Injure another mask. That's a beating. Oh, Armadillo Cloak, which is still a beating. Like, this is a 7/7 now. Okay, so we're on Edict or Bust. We have this Tormenting Voice, though, so we've got that going for us. This is smart for them to pop there because we are on Edict or Bust, so, like, trying to draw... a... There we go. There we go. You lose a dork. We're at 10. We've got this Electrickery. We've got these Crypt Rats. So you're saying there's a chance. Saying there's a chance. Armadillo Cloak doesn't say lifelink because it predates lifelink. Predates lifelink being a thing. We are not dredging. The Brownscale is there to dredge once we have a Tortured Existence in play already. I'm going to start by attacking with this, right? That seems fine. So I want to just trade this for their Ledgewalker. I might want to, actually. This does X damage to each creature at each player in this instant, so I can just, like, hit this for 1 and kill the Silhana Ledgewalker here. Which sounds kind of appealing, honestly, especially with the Electrickery in hand to, like, cover their next threat. If they, like, go to enchant this here, I'm, like, 10 out of 10 just, like, pulling the trigger on Crypt Rat and, like, taking my 2 for 1. Yeah. Yep, it pings me as well, so that's why I want to be a little bit proactive with using that, because it does ping me also. What's going on, BMac? Howdy, welcome to everyone that's hanging out. Welcome to our first Pauper afternoon. Depending on how popular this is, that'll determine whether or not we end up playing this format again. This only gives me a thing back if it was Madness, right? Do I be greedy and wait here? I feel like I'm supposed to be a little bit greedy and wait here. You can take a hit or two from this, right? Look, I have 2 children. I'm allowed to say popular. Nope, not dredging that yet. Big fish and spin the G's. Doo. I don't think I actually want to put this out yet. I think I actually kind of like the creatures in my discard pile. That's rude. All right. Well, now I'm just gonna do this. Do this and knock their things out. We'll kill the front half of this young wolf. Gives me an extra thing in the bin to Gurmag Angler away. And neglecting to dredge here. Rakdos Guildgate. So this actually lets me flash back Chainer's Edict, which is nice. Just gonna pay 7 here and only dredge 1, or only delve 1 card, I think. This is fine. Put this Guildgate into play so we can flash back that Edict next turn potentially. Cartouche, that's rude. Good thing I have a 5/5. If we hit a discard outlet, we're going to be in a great spot because we can Grave Scrabbler back our Crypt Rats. Like Looting, Tormenting Voice, Tortured Existence, all these are excellent cards. I think I'm going to hold this land in my hand at this point just because I would prefer to... I'd prefer to have an extra card to discard to Looting. I'm not going to hold 2 lands, I don't think, but like holding 1 seems fine. Although I guess I'm like binning 2 Scrabblers if that happens, so it's like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Another Cartouche. Okay, we're getting a little scary here. I guess my Gurmag still keeps them at bay. Maybe I'm supposed to play a Scrabbler out this turn if I miss again, just because I have 3 of them in my hand. And like if they draw like a Ethereal Armor, I don't want to have to chump block with my Gurmag Angler. Yeah, I think I have to play old Scrabbles out here. No, I don't think that's worth it. I think I'm already through 2 Faithless Looting, so I think dredging to try and find 2 Faithless Lootings, as opposed to taking draw steps, which lets us find 2 Faithless Lootings, 4 Tortured Existence, 2 Tormenting whatevers. I think that's definitely a minus EV play. I'll always play the black lands out, sure. I mean, at this point, I have enough black mana, but that's a good tip. Ding. Fries are done, chat. Boom, 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 boom. Oh baby, I think, does this qualify as doing it? It feels like it qualifies, but I am unsure. The jury might still be out. Get my dredge creature back to my hand, you know, for value. boop this here Crypt Rats into play, just in case. Just boop them right on the nose. Who's ready to Crypt Rats for 4, chat? Who's ready? Maybe we'll just Crypt Rats for 1, and then we'll Edict the Young Wolf away. That's probably the better play, right? The like actual good play is like Crypt Rats for 1, and then this is a concession Edict. Fine. Make the good play. It makes me sad making the good play, just so you know. It's less fun, chat. It's less fun. But for y'all, I'll do it. Actually, I'm just gonna flashback this one here out of the bin. Get ya. Do 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 do. Laying back, yeah, pretty quick clock here, right? Crack them for 11, so 3-turn clock. Grave Scrabbler smash. Get my Scrabbles on. It does, right? Just like good, clean, grindy Magic the Gathering. Quality answers, some card. Can we add it uncast? Nah, Kiki-Jiki's too castable. We can't play him in this deck. It's frowned upon to put castable Kiki-Jikis in your deck on this channel. Please print Kiki at common. Yeah, that's why I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do 5 decks in 7 hours. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to do our best. I'm going to be fumbling and bumbling a little bit, but these formats definitely get grindy, it feels like, so it might be a stretch. I don't know. I guess by the time I'm done, the kids are in bed, so I can run late if the stamina's still going. Hex's standard format just isn't enjoyable to me right now, so I stopped playing it. And they don't support any of their other constructed formats, so I don't have any alternatives to play. The bot is dead. The donation queue is here. Mods that are going to be here, or other subs even, if you want to copy that link for me as a favor and like paste it when people ask, that would be great. I need to add some emotes. I think I actually have like 3 emote slots right now that I need to fill. Hey, Kaz, with that 3-month resubscription. Thanks a lot and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. As always, my subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it here. This hand does nothing. Can I keep this? Like, I don't know what the range... I don't know what the range of... what the range of keepables looks like. It's got Faithless Lootings in it, right? It's probably fine. Like, this could be anything. It cycles. I don't even know what this card is yet. And these could loot into anything. The old 4X Street Wraith hand could be anything. I might as well keep it. Carnophage. You know what this one reminds me of? Did anyone ever play Magic Battlegrounds? We streamed that game a little bit, actually. This is... Ooh, Tortured Existence is a fantastic draw. Believe it or not, drawing the card our deck is named after is good. Nah, I don't think Spell Pierce is very good. The Kiki card deck, I guess it's kind of flashy. I don't know. In the past, I haven't been a fan of that card. This is Pauper Equinox. What's going on? Howdy, howdy. Today is Pauper Day. All day, all afternoon, all evening. Nah. A nice long stream like we have here. Ooh, they don't have a thing. That's good for us. All right, so what are we doing here? So this lets me discard a card to return a creature from my graveyard to my hand. So we're gonna start with Faithless Looting here. We're gonna bin these two. I'm gonna cycle this. Do I want to just dredge Golgari Brownscale? Like, I have plenty of lands, right? So this is just the part where I just like want to keep dredging Brownscale to gain health, right? Oh god, I have to order the cards in my graveyard. That's so tedious. Oh, I should have played a red to bolt, right? I guess I get to Tortured Existence now. We actually played Maverick and Legacy very recently. It did not go well. That is one of those decks that's greatly oppressed by Grixis Delver and Deathrite Shaman in general. This game's like over, right? What? I just get to like pay 2 to gain 2 life? Or pay a mana, gain 2 life? Yeah, we're doing it. Big fish. I love me some big fish. I want to just put these rats into play though and just kill them, right? Clean this dirty board right on up here. The Battleground stream is on YouTube. It's fantastic. It's actually from back before I picked up Magic Online again. We played through a good bit of the campaign. It was a hoot. Okay. So hopefully the Crypt Rats in conjunction with this Lightning Bolt are just gonna like get him here. I wonder if this is a concession Lightning Bolt. It feels like it might be a concession Lightning Bolt. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get my Gurmag Angler back here. Big fish in, spin the G's. Beep, 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 beep. Oh, I can turn my... Let me turn my noise gate off. I had the noise gate on earlier because I was streaming while Declan was down here and his show was loud. There's definitely a touch of small oddity when the noise gate is on. That's why I generally turn it off, but the noise gate isn't optional while the kids are here. Dredge me some Brownscale, gain me some health. Nice aggro deck opponent. Oh, this can't block, so attacking is a free point of damage. Let's do that. Let's get this. Ip, cheerio. The rats, they go. Alright, crack this for 2. So this is gonna go up to a 4/4, and then I get to bolt it. Probably just want to loot here too, right? Were you fond of your board, opponent? I hope you weren't fond of your board. I think I'm gonna take a couple draws here. Wouldn't mind another land. Chainer's Edict's not a bad draw. I probably should have just dredged, but whatever. I'm gonna jund him out. I've got this mighty big fish, chat. This mighty big fish now. We going fishing. Be back soon. Be back soon, chat. We going fishing. We're done here. We're done here. All right, so this is probably fine against their aggro deck. I have to imagine this card is for this aggressive matchup. This Aether Chaser. It's like a 2/1 first strike, and when it attacks, it makes a 1/1. Is that reasonable? That seems fine. These edicts probably aren't good enough. Actually unsure I feel about these edicts. Macabre doesn't really do anything here. Where are we at on these chasers and these edicts? These are all great. Maybe I can trim a Grave Scrabbler just because like this match isn't about grinding really and we can wait to find them. I think that's probably fine. I think I want all of these cards down here. We're playing a mono black aggro deck. They've got like Carnophages and stuff. Yeah, I don't know if the edict's actually good or not. Maybe I'll just trim another one. I feel like some edicts are fine just because like they could have a big thing left over after I Crypt Rats them. But like, that's not going to be good if I'm not Crypt Ratsing them, right? I've got a Bolt and a Tortured Existence, so it's probably a keep. At this point, Kurt Am, the stuff that people post on Reddit I'm just pretty sure it knows no bounds, and like, it's tough for me to get surprised. The mental gymnastics that we went through to get to Gurmag Angler is the problem with Grixis Delver was just like, oh god, what am I reading? Oh no. Oh no. I think I'm just killing this, right? It's kind of scary and annoying. I think we just get this in while the getting is good, while we don't have to move to hand size. I agree with that assessment. Deathrite Shaman, Brainstorm, and Fetch Lands. Those are... I'd probably reverse the order of the power level, but like, I've also kind of come to grips with the fact that like, I don't ever expect Fetch Lands or Brainstorm to be unbanned. Or to be banned, so... Alright, see, like, this Chainer's Edict is fine. Like, not excited about it, but, like, it's gonna do its job. It's gonna take a little bit of pressure off the table. I think I'm just, like, going land. You know, maybe... I think this timing was wrong. I think I'm cycling Monstrous Carabid this turn anyway, so I probably should have cycled before I Edicted. Just, like, I could have drawn, like, a Bolter or a Crypt Rats that had a little bit more information. So, honestly, I think the worst thing about potentially banning fetch lands in Legacy is that I think if you banned fetch lands in Legacy, you'd price most people out of the format, because all of a sudden you go from playing like 2 to 3 dual lands, a lot of times less than that even, to you probably need 4 of every dual in every fair deck that's like playing those colors, right? Because like the fixing just isn't there anymore. So that would be the biggest problem. Well, I do think that fetch lands are obnoxious. Like, without them, the format becomes astronomically expensive. Astronomically expensive. And, like, the format's already not cheap, right? Like, Legacy's far too expensive because of the reserve list. I think we're pretty dead here. Between the Double Shepherd and the Carrion Feeder protecting them, I guess we could hit, like, Rat this turn, but even that seems pretty unlikely to pull us back into this. I think we're dead. I kind of want more edicts. I kind of just want like all my removal. Like I just don't need this as much grindy top end. Just want to like survive. I'm gonna go up to 4 edicts. No, inked gaming requires you to have the license to whatever artwork you're putting on whatever you're putting it on. So you need to have appropriate permissions. Oh, Electrickery.
Yeah, you're right. Electrickery is good. I should have boarded that in. That probably would have been better than one or more of the edicts. Right? That was a mistake. I didn't... The first game, they had a lot of X2s, but the fact that we saw the 2-mana 1/1 that drains us makes Electrickery a lot better. Yeah. Yeah, I think I like Electrickery after thinking about what happened in the second game a lot more. I mean, it depends on what your goal for the game is. I mean, ultimately, I don't think Wizards of the Coast wants people playing Legacy, so I don't think they're going to change it. Like, even if they wanted to get rid of the reserve list and, like, there was no legal implications of it, like, they probably don't want to because they don't want people playing Legacy. It's the same reason Wizards of the Coast doesn't support a format like Pauper, right? Like, an affordable, competitive format's not good for Wizards of the Coast. Do any of your upkeep sacrifice unless you exile a top creature card of your graveyard? Wait, what? So, I agree. I don't even think Modern costing them standard players is a conspiracy theory. I think it's just a fact. I think that this format very much does cost them standard players. Or Modern cost them standard players, sorry. If this format was more popular, more supported, it would cost them standard players. In Modern, what are the worst matchups for Burn? Burn's one of those decks where its only real bad matchup is itself. Which sounds kind of weird to say, right? But like, the worst matchups for decks like Burn are the ones where it draws its 4th and its 5th land. I don't think there's any really... Okay, Affinity's... Okay, I'm a liar. Affinity is actually kind of a hard matchup for Burn. Affinity is kind of a hard matchup for Burn. I've played that matchup before. On both sides. Because Affinity doesn't deal damage to its health, and it incidentally gains life. Alright, so Brownscale's not a bad pickup. I think I want to just pass the turn here. They're going to have to, like, feed this ghoul some more. And, like, next turn, I can block the ghoul with the Chaser plus Crypt Rats for 2. Maybe I should looting. Maybe I should have looting there. Maybe I should have lootinged. Yeah, I agree, Andrew, but, like, part of the problem is that, like, now that Standard's back to potentially being reasonable, I think that, players that have left Standard really enjoy Modern and aren't coming back. Watsy stole my money. That username complaining about the cost of a Magic card is just, like, A+. That's just, like, a quality meme all around. Alright, so now I just block plus pull the trigger on Crypt Rats, right? Or I pull the trigger on Crypt Rats at end of turn. Yeah, so that way they can't put more onto the board here. So I just let this happen. And then EOT, I'll Crypt Rats for 2 and clean everything up. We'll take 3 from this down to... That's annoying, but not the end of the world. So we're going to go to 13 here. We're going to go to 11 off of this. And then we get 3 draws to possibly find an Edict to keep their board completely clear here. So I get a draw step plus a Faithless Looting. Crypt Rats. That doesn't seem like the ideal play just yet. Let's looting, see if we can find one of our 4 Edicts. Big Fish is pretty good. Big Fish is not bad. Just, like, bigger than their pooper, right? I'd have to exile my entire graveyard if I want to play this Big Fish here.
Is that okay? I think that's okay, right? No, I don't have to. I get to keep one card in my bin. I keep one card in my bin. So the Faithless Looting's going in there too. Yeah, I think I'm gonna ditch Brownscale, Crypt Rats, and then I'm gonna Angler, keeping my Golgari Brownscale in my bin. Yeah, I wanna do that, I think. Your zombie smaller than my zombie. Your zombie smaller than my zombie. Neener, neener, neener. Any advice for a player going to their first open? My best piece of advice for anyone playing at their competitive REL tournament for the first time, I have two important pieces of advice. The first piece of advice is you can never communicate too clearly. You should always be very clear at what you're doing at all points in the game state, and if at any point you don't understand what is going on with the game, you should ask your opponent to clarify, and if what they say doesn't feel right to you or you're not certain that what they said is correct, you should call for a judge. Your opponent is there to beat you. The judges are there to help you. It is not scummy to call for a judge. It is protecting yourself, and it's just playing good Magic to call for a judge. So, if in doubt, call for a judge. Judges are there to help you. Point number 2, for anyone going to their first major tournament for the first time, that I always like to tell people, is that be familiar with the IPG and the MTR. These are the rules documents that you're required that dictate the rules of competitive tournaments. If you're spending the time and the energy and the money to go to a large Magic tournament, you should be familiar with the rules you're going to be expected to play by at that large Magic tournament. These rules are going to be different in a number of ways than what you play with at Friday Night Magic or other regular REL events. So those are my 2 pieces of advice. Communicate, 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 and be familiar with the rules you're expected to play by. Every time I see Twitch chat like freak out because someone called a judge at a Magic tournament and they're just like, angle shooter, rules lawyer, derp, derp, derp. It's like, if you guys just understood, if y'all just understood the rules that you're expected to play by, it wouldn't be a problem. No reasonable tournament Magic player is going to be upset with you for calling a judge. Judges are there to help. They are not your enemy. They're not there to get you or anyone else. They're there to help make sure the tournament goes according to plan. The tournament is played by the rules. I take freedom points for coaching. I don't know. It's just tough to like iron out spots. Like I don't have enough time to stream as much as I want to, so I don't really think I have time to like put coaching into the schedule on top of that. I've never caught anyone red-handed cheating at a tournament, no. Okay, I hit a Chainer's Edict. That's sweet. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, we hit a Scrabbler, chat. We hit my big boy Scrabs here. My big boy Scrabs. Alright, this deck is great. Can we just talk about how great this deck is for a second? It's just like A+ grind. Just, as far as grind is concerned, it's just a straight A+. Get my Crypt Rats back. Get my 2/2 for free. Got my 5/5. You can find the list of decks we're going to play today here. It's towards the top. We get to just sit here and discard Golgari Brownscales to gain 2 health against my opponent's aggro deck. It shouldn't even be legal. It just seems terribly unfair. Just seems terribly unfair. Oh no, not a 2/1. Not a 2/1. How will I ever win now? Alright, so again, just like Tortured Existence free roll, pay a black mana, gain 2 health, deal. Dread you. Ooh, found some candy over there. Found some candy. Put my Crypt Rats into play. Remove. Ever judged an event or applied to be a Magic judge? Nope. I don't really find the idea of being a judge enjoyable, and it definitely doesn't pay enough to do it if you don't find it enjoyable. I think I'm taking a draw step here, right? Because if I hit a black source, I just get to, like, rats for 4 and just, like, get them. I actually get 2 draws at it, right? Because I get a cycle on this, too. Alright, so I guess I could do it next turn. Yeah, Bloodfell Caves. So we can only spend black mana on Crypt Rats X for those who are unfamiliar with Pauper, so... Go. This is probably going to prompt an attack out of them, but, like, the attack doesn't even do anything, right? Like, I don't know why we're still playing Magic. I'm at 26 and can gain 6 health on demand here. Yeah, I agree with Bob's assessment. I think there's plenty of people that cheated tournaments. There's just really not much you could do about it. I think Wizards of the Coast stance on cheating is very lenient, and it encourages scummy people to cheat at Magic tournaments. The fact that you can get caught cheating multiple times and not be permanently banned from playing tournament Magic is fucking embarrassing. The fact that you get banned from cheating and you get to keep all of your prize money that you cheated to get is fucking embarrassing. Wizards of the Coast should be embarrassed with their tournament policy and how they handle people that scum other people in their game. I really hope that the person that spent the time to, like, post that obnoxious message and do that, like, I hope their life improves, because I can't imagine how sad your life has to be to, like, spend 10 minutes waiting to post something shitty in a Twitch chat. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, feel free to clip that. I'll tweet it to Wizards of the Coast myself. Feel free to clip that, and I'll tweet it to Wizards of the Coast myself. I'll put giant middle fingers in the GIF underneath it. That's why I don't get preview cards, because I say things like that. I love when people are like, why don't you get preview cards, Jeff? Because I tell Wizards of the Coast things like that. All right, you know what's really sad? I have to play a different deck after this league, because that's what we agreed to do. I'm just like, can we just, like, grind people with Tortured Existence for the next 7 hours? Nah, we should get some variety. The grindy part of me really just wants to, like, beat people up with Grave Scrabblers and Golgari Brownscales here. How's everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time Magic streamer here on Twitch. If you're new, welcome. If you're enjoying what you see, please consider subscribing on Twitch. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. Big shout out to all of them. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anoronics and you. Anoronics would like to remind you to at least hit that follow button if you're enjoying what you see. Following the channel doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when I go live with stuff. If you really enjoy Pauper, we're going to be streaming Pauper all afternoon today. This is our first league. I'm planning to play 4 or 5 leagues, depending on how long they take. 100% of my streams get archived on my YouTube channel because I don't steal other people's music while we stream. So if you head over to youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland, you can catch all of these leagues. They'll get archived there and they'll get published later tonight after I'm done being live. I don't know. This card's really powerful. Like, if playing with and against Mardu Pyromancers taught me anything, is that Faithless Looting is a really messed up Magic card. So I know there's other iterations of this deck, but, like, having access to Faithless Looting seems like a big draw to having red in the deck. I'm pretty effed up. I wish Twitch chat had, like, upvote or thumbs up buttons, so when, like, the username Faithless Looting says I'm pretty effed up, I could give them a big old thumbs up. Thumbs up for you, Faithless Looting, with the on-point commentary. So, a card like Cathartic Union isn't strictly better than Tormenting Voice, because remember, both of these cards are card neutral, and you won't always have extra cards you want to discard right away. You lose the Root Wallas. I mean, have the card our deck is named after in our opening hand. Probably a keep. No, probably not. Modern's not a format that's about grinding. Modern's a format about killing your opponents as quick as possible, by and large. The jig is up, as they say. Put the card my deck is named after into play. Your move. Yeah, you are subbed Odyssey. Twitch must be Fubard. Weird. Modern's gotten better ranting, Bob. There's a lot more mid-range in the format, but like the actual true like grindy Dirtle control decks still aren't particularly good. What do you think is the most skill-intensive format in MTG? I think trying to dictate one format being more skill-intensive than another is kind of like picking for fights. I think different formats involve different TCG skills. For instance, a format like Modern that's kind of fast and brutal, your deck building skill and how you mulligan and how you sideboard is like tested more there than anything else, whereas a format like Legacy, the skill is more placed into sequencing decisions in the early game. And like one thing that's really different about Legacy versus Modern is that like because there's so many powerful cantrips in Legacy, you're not really punished for not mulliganing because the cards like Brainstorm and Ponder dig to find you the cards that you're looking for. All right, so what am I doing here? I think I just want to. It's gonna Tormenting Voice, probably. I've got my Tortured Existence already, so we'll just start dredging. That's unfortunate. We dredged those and then drew another Brownscale. I guess we can looting and bin these now. I don't actually know offhand. This is the blue-black deck is in there. I haven't really played enough Pauper to have an educated or informed opinion on it. I did not see the leaked Dominaria FAQ. Preordain. It's so weird seeing Preordain because like this is just the second best cantrip in the format, right? Like Modern or Legacy, you see a card like this and you're like, all right, they're playing a combo deck, and it's like, well, we don't know for sure that they're doing that. Rhystic Study. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may draw a card unless that player pays 1. That's kind of obnoxious. All right. I'm just dredging here again, right? So I need to pay 1 extra for this. How many cards in my bin do I not care about? Yeah, the Brownscales are never castable. They're just there to fill our graveyard and buffer our health total against aggressive decks. I probably don't want to actually dredge that Brownscale. This Jailer's Edict probably isn't very good, right? Probably don't need 2 Faithless Lootings. Yeah. I'm usually pretty quick. I think we're going to play the blue-black deck later or last. So I'm a little bit more familiar with the cards that are in this format. Journey to Nowhere. Get my I kind of just want to draw a couple lands here, I think. So I'm gonna pay for this, and then I think I'm just gonna say no on these dredges. Now today is just gonna be all Pauper all day. It's a popular kind of afternoon. Curse of the Bloody Tome. Okay, sure. That's probably their win con, right? That's probably their win con. So I'm gonna pick my Gurmag Angler up. I'm gonna I paid. Wait, why did I pay 2? All right, one of them untapped. All right, sure. They're on fog. And so I'm already targeting Gurmag Angler with Tortured Existence, so we'll grab a Brownscale with this other one. This is a league. We're in match 3 of this league. Do I want to give them a card to get my Gurmag Angler down this turn? I don't think I do. Hey, Alexander Nevermind with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. Subscriptions, as always, are the best way you could support what I do here. I think we're just choosing not to dredge here. Like I kinda want some lands. Yeah. I kinda want some lands. I don't want to deck myself too quickly in the face of this Curse of the Bloody Tome. Are there actual sweepers in this format? Like Damnations or Wrath of Gods types effects that cost a lot of mana or something? Hey, Tolarian Community College. Perfect Pauper Power. Thanks for the sub, bud. I appreciate that. Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's good to see you in chat. There's Justice, and Justice doesn't kill Gurmag Angler, right? Oh, this is probably getting counterspelled. I guess maybe we want to dredge here so I can pick this Gurmag Angler back up. I see Pauper, I subscribe. Yeah, this does damage to each player as well. Oh, you're saying Avenkar's Justice does damage to each player. Yeah. Yep. That's the one with buyback, right? What a tilt. So if I dredge a... Oh, no. Oh, no, I tapped out. Now they got my Tortured Existence. But I loved my Tortured Existence. It was a wonderful existence. It was a wonderful existence. They are kind of running out of cards here, though, right? All right. Let's put these Crypt Rats into play, I suppose. And my sequencing here is really bad. I should have attacked first here, obviously. each of these Crypt Rats are like a pseudo burn spell too if they don't take them off the table, because like eventually they can blaze out my opponent because this is damage to each player as well, and our health total is much higher than theirs in the back of these Golgari Brownscales we've been looping. Hey, well, I'm glad you're catching us live. Welcome. It's good to hear that you enjoy the YouTube stuff. I think I'd rather been the rats than the Grave Scrabbler, right? TCC's like the king of Pauper. I was hoping he'd drop by. Monstrous. Oh yeah, get the heavy hitters in here. They've got one card left. This is a real clock, right? This is a real clock. Get him. Get him. No cycle here. No siree. I'm just a spokesman. Do you have a counterspell? If we get even one hit in with this Carapid, we should be in a pretty good spot. Hey, Tex Colorado. My morning coffee makes me create Golgari Brownscale. Oh, that's something. That's something. This build of TE is sweet. Do I want to Faithless Looting here too? I kind of do, right? Because like I should have, my sequencing has just been such a hot mess this game. They definitely should have looting before I cast the Crypt Rats. It's like no reason not to. No dredge, no dredge. Grab another swamp here. We're down to 21 cards in our deck, which is a 3-turn clock. Since we're basically losing 3 cards a turn. We draw a card plus the Curse of the Bloody Tome gets us, but they're actually dead on board, right? We smack them for 7 and then we Crypt Rats for a bunch. Do they have anything that can punish me activating Crypt Rats for a bunch here? I feel like there's not. Although I also have no idea the cards that exist in this format, so maybe there is. Is it too aggressive to just like try and Crypt Rats win the game here? I've not seen the leak, Chris. People were sharing links and stuff. I'm fine if other people talk about it, but I've not looked at it yet. Crypt Incursion. Gross. Gross. That's a good last card to have, opponent. That's a good last card. Ugh. Ugh. Hey, Mr. Silicon with the 11-month resubscription. Thanks a lot and welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. So we're still winning the race, assuming they brick off here a bunch, right? But like, it's gonna require, okay, that's a brick. We're attacking for 7 a turn here. That's a Grave Scrabbler. Okay. So does playing this other Crypt Rats change the clock at all? So I'm going to hit them for 7, hit them for 7, hit them for 7. So that's 3 turns, and then the other Crypt Rat activation kills them. Whereas if I played this Crypt Rat out, I hit them for 8, and then can't kill them. So it doesn't really change the clock, right? It doesn't really change the clock. See, I think I'm just passing. I think I just hold up this other Crypt Rat activation and like Grave Scrabbler with Tortured Existence in case I like kill stuff on my board. Like if they play like a black removal spell or like an Edict, I can just put the Scrabbler in and pick up whatever they do. Is this a Justice here? This looks like a Justice with buyback. Yep. Okay, so that's fine, right? Yeah, so waiting was definitely good there. So now I get to go ahead and end step, use this Tortured Existence to Scrabble my Scrabbler here. Oh, I should have Rats for some amount. Oh, Rats for 1? Yeah, I should have Rats for 1. That's true. Now we'll pay 2 for these Rhystic Studies. And now the Tortured Existence is targeting the Grave Scrabbler already, so this Scrabbler will target the Crypt Rat. Yeah, I definitely missed a point of damage there that I could have had. And like now we're basically back at where we were before, right? And if they want to use that Justice, I get to Scrabbler them at end of turn. Oh, they buried a Monstrous Carabid there too. So I might just Scrabble end of turn to pick the Carabid back up. Even if they don't try and kill this other one. Yep, Preordain resolves. The whole cosplay thing is a little bit outside my range. I don't really do that too often. Hopefully their cards are bad here. They're in the tank. You're letting us catch back up on clock here, but I am a little bit behind between talking and reading chat and stuff like that. There's no way they're casting Justice again, right? Like, that has to be terrible. Like, you know I have a Grave Scrabbler in my hand. It doesn't do anything. It just, like, does 2 damage to you. This must be something that's not Justice, right? Because casting Justice literally just does 2 damage to them. This is terrible. Is there any, right? All it does is do damage, right? It's just like, oh, do they have a way to kill this? Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. So now, so because they had that, it makes sense for them to do that. That's probably why they were in the tank, because they were like, do I actually want to do this? So we'll cast this. We'll pay for the Rhystic Studies. Red and black don't have enchantment, hate, and magic. Red and black can't interact with enchantments and magic. Alright, and this is targeting Monstrous Carabid, so Grave Scrabbler is going to get back Grave Scrabbler. I gotta pop this out because they're getting everything. Everything's getting tiny. Activates Tragic Slip as well, that makes sense. Alright, so they're down to 14. No. It's just like cards like Ratchet Bomb, and by and large, Magic doesn't abuse their color pie quite that much. Alright, so we're gonna do this. We have 9 cards left in our deck, so we do need a brick out of them. We do need a brick out of them, and I need to keep paying extra for these, right? Another cantrip, maybe? Yep. Oh, are there people on Reddit complaining about a copy strike? Fuck them. Maybe you shouldn't take my content without asking and then be a dick to me. That's why I asked for the content that took my content to be taken down. They didn't ask for permission. I basically give every content creator that asks me permission, hey, can I use your stuff? Yes, you could use my stuff, but don't ask to use my stuff and then be a dick. No, sorry. Someone took part of one of my videos and used it in one of their YouTube videos without asking permission. And YouTube sided with me when I asked YouTube to take it down. So, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. They were one of those people that, like, they were being annoying, so I blocked them on Twitter, and then they started responding to one of my posts on Reddit. I don't know if it was under fair use. If it was under fair use, YouTube wouldn't have taken it down. I am not a lawyer. I'm not going to claim if something's fair use or not, because I genuinely don't know. It's actually kind of close here. I think we actually need like 2 bricks out of them here. People, believe it or not, a lot of people don't like me, and they're going to look for reasons to be obnoxious and find more reasons to continue disliking me. Ooh, I think that's the game. I think that's the game. This has been a brutal match. I probably missed some points of damage at some point here. I wonder if this Crypt Rats could be lethal. I wonder if this Crypt Rats is lethal. It might be, right? I think this Crypt Rats might be lethal. So this is our last turn. We're going to 2 cards in deck, then we're drawing down to 1 card in our deck. I'm attacking them for 6 here, and then I need to be able to rats them for 4. The rats are probably lethal, right? We know their last card is yeah, the rats. What a sick game. Just like every part of the buffalo got used this game. One card in our deck. 1 card in our deck. Yes, pay for that. Yes, pay for this. Their last card is not a counterspell. This is game 1, yeah. And I'm actually down on clock. This format's really long. I don't go out of my way to make everyone like me, is a big part of the problem. I'm very blunt when I point a lot of things out. Alright, so these cards seem great. These Chainer's Edicts are obviously awful, right? The Pyroblasts are insane. I don't think I want Edicts. So far, the games we've played have been interesting. I definitely haven't played enough of the format to, like, have a good educated opinion on, like, is this format good or bad? But I think the games we've played so far have been interesting. This honestly is probably just fine as, like, a 2/2 flyer. It's probably just fine as a 2/2 flyer. You should always message me before you donate for a deck. You can message me on Twitch or Twitter. You can message me on Twitch or Twitter. Do they have some graveyard interactions? These bolts probably aren't particularly good, right? The Golgari Brownscale also isn't good, but it's kind of good with our engine. But it's not good other than that, right? How about I do this? How about I do this? I think I want a couple of Brownscales. Like, the health gain is, like, pseudo-relevant. They probably side in Angler. That's interesting. They probably... That's because, like, they're expecting us to cut our removal. What if I just leave a few Edicts in? Just, like, hedging. Because, like, the bolts probably aren't super relevant. So what if I just, like, hedge them bringing in creatures and leave a couple of Edicts in? I think I like that. Because, like, I have Faithless Looting and Tormenting Voice to, like, cycle these cards away if I draw them and they're not good. So I think on that logic, I actually like leaving some of these in, because you're right. A lot of these decks like do that kind of transition, right? Like we board out our removal because it's bad, and then they bring in creatures because we're bringing out our removal. It's kind of like this cat mouse stance. Try and use my auto pass hotkeys aggressively here so we can try and win this game and not time out. Look, all I know is that I've gotten copyright, people have filed copyright claims against my content a number of times, and I've always disputed it, and YouTube has never taken my content down. I have random people file copyright claims against me constantly. I have several a month, and I have never had a YouTube video removed. So if they remove their video, maybe they were in the wrong. Maybe they should have asked permission to use my content in their content. And then maybe they just shouldn't have been a dick. And I would have just been like, nah, it's fine, it's not a big deal. This figure, but he was such a good figure in his community. Why you gotta be like that, opponent? Do I just put a threat into play here? I think I want to just put a threat into play, right? I just want to, like, be clocking them constantly. And I need to make decisions faster because so I don't time out. How's Pauper going? We are 2-0 and we're up a game in the third match, trying not to time out. Ooh, do they not have a land? That's really good for us. That's really good for us. Smack you with this. I think I'm just going to cycle this Carapid and try and hit a land ourselves. That's rude. Yeah, feel free to link the thread in chat. I'll check it out later. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play. I'm just gonna play Crypt Rats out. I just want to keep pressure on the table, I think. Yes, the rats are gone. They're on a journey. Looting's pretty decent. Like these two cards that aren't a big fan of in my hand. Bin these, do this. Oh, mistakes were made. I punted. I can kind of unpunt here, right? Because I can dredge this Brownscale. But I definitely need a creature in my hand in order to use this Tortured Existence, right? Binning the second Tortured Existence might be bad because my opponent could kill this if they draw a land that have an Oblivion Ring, but all right, so do I want to just get back my Carapid, or do I want to get the Aether Chaser? It's probably the Carapid, right? That's probably harder for them to beat with 2 lands. We're really looking for Grave Scrabbler at this point. Do they have a way to stifle my land? Oh, sure. I mean, like, my self-worth as a human being isn't tied to what people think about me on Reddit, believe it or not. That just sounds like a miserable existence. So, and this is why I kind of didn't always, like, sad to discard this their Tortured Existence, so, like, maybe I shouldn't have used the Faithless Looting when I did. Chainer's Edict. I'm kind of getting punished for having these in my deck, but at the same time, like, they wouldn't be that much better as Lightning Bolt here, right? Flashback a looting. Not dredging. No dredge. No dredge. Ding, ding, ding. I'll bin these. And then next turn, we can Tormenting Voice the Scrabbler into play and pick something else up and start generating card advantage. Yep. So to go ahead and do this, discard this, use this Madness ability to pick back up Aether Chaser here, probably. Yeah, it's my only threat in the graveyard. I've got Faerie Macabre and Aether Chaser. And then if we hit an untapped land here, we can actually play the Aether Chaser this turn. Those are some sad tapped lands. And we have another Faithless Looting in the bin too to use that next turn. Sorry, I'm trying not to time out here. I'm actually down 20 seconds on clock, and if my opponent starts hitting land drops soon, this game could go really long. So I would prefer to not time out. Yep. Yeah, assume their hand is like, they have 6 spells in their hand right now, right? So I have to keep hitting cancel to not dredge this stupid thing. That's a good draw. So I get to Faithless Looting, and then Madness this. No, don't dredge. No, don't dredge. And then I can actually bin Scrabbler and then pick this up, but no, that's not true. I'm just going to bin this Brownscale. I'm just going to grab the Faerie Macabre here. Just want as many threats as possible. Dredge. Tortured Existence is a great draw. That's a phenomenal draw. I think I just want to play the Carapid here, just like have another threat on the table. I don't want to put this into play until I know I'm going to use it, and I'd kind of like them to kill this so that way I can loop it back up, because they don't know that we have this currently. Curse the Bloody Tome. That's unfortunate for us. There are 3 Pyroblasts left in our deck currently, though, so that's good. We haven't dredged through any of those yet. Oh, he says as he dredges into one of them. All right, so I'm going to smack them with these, and then I'm going to go ahead and floop this Gurmag Angler into play here, and probably this Faerie Macabre too, right? So if I do this... Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I TE and play another Gurmag this turn? I think I can, right? I think I can. So I do this, and then I go ahead and pick this up. And then, yeah, I can just cast this like this. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully this is the game. Hopefully they've stumbled long enough and this is enough pressure to get them. I don't think there's any detentions here like effects I should be worried around in this format, but I guess we'll find out. There isn't like a settle the wreckage I should be aware of, right? I should just smack them. I should just smack them. Anyone going once? Going twice? Anyone? Settle the wreckage effects? Settle the wreckage? Anyone? Anyone? Bueller? Alright. A space, smash face. This Crypt Incursion, there's 1, 2, 3 cards in my creatures in my discard pile, sure. So I go to 18. They're still almost dead here, right? Yeah, they're almost dead. I don't have any bolts in my deck, so I guess I just play this and pass. Yeah, got him. All right, so opponent got a little bit unfortunate in that third game. We had a really sweet first game in that set, but opponent just kept a hand on the play with 2 lands and then stumbled and died a little bit. And it doesn't look like their deck has a lot of non-blue cantrips, so like hoping to keep a hand that's missing your 3rd color seems ambitious. Well, we have 4 bolts in our main deck. We shouldn't have any bolts in our deck post-board there. Sorry, I'm just clicking. I'm skimming this Reddit thread and just reporting people for abuse. There is a link to the deck below the stream. This hand just doesn't do anything, right? I'm just gonna take a mulligan here. This is the bounce land. Has Tortured Existence, has a lightning bolt. Hand sounds great. I'm really not looking for this card, am I? I don't actually know. We're still fumbling around here, right? We're still fumbling around here, right? Nah, don't even risk your internet points in a thread like that. It's not worth it. I'll just report a bunch of people for harassment, and hopefully some of them will get temp bans from Magic TCG, and it'll be fine. It's like, again, I like how, like, this person like stole my content and like I'm the person that's rude for asking it to be taken down? Like, is it really that hard to like send me a message and be like, hey, can I use your thing? And I'd be like, yeah, sure, you can use my thing. That's not a big deal. But instead, we took my thing without asking. Don't take my toys without asking. This is the first Pauper I have played in months. Am I just supposed to edict this Core Sky Fisher? Because, like, they have the 3-bit Inspector. Okay, they're probably going to play 3-bit Inspector. I don't want drama, but let me make drama. Am I supposed to just kill their stuff? I'm probably just supposed to wait a turn and just, like, rats their board, right? That's, like, almost certainly the play. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think I'm actually just gonna rats for 2 here. It hurts us a little bit, but it takes this off the table, so it saves me a bolt to make my edict reasonable. I think that's fine. And for the record, when I say they took my stuff, I am not a lawyer. Maybe that falls under fair use. I'm not going to claim to know if that falls under fair use, because unlike a lot of people on the internet, I'm not going to claim to understand things I'm not familiar with. So I don't actually know. I don't actually know if that's the case or not. But of course, we also live in the Reddit. We also live in the Magic community where like lots of the big streamers like regularly steal music to make their content, and like people just think that's okay too. So like. Maybe I'm in the minority that thinking you should ask permissions and have the proper rights to, like, do the things you want to do. Hey, Yori, with the brand new Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Enters the battlefield. Oh, that's not good for us, right? That's not good for us. So they're going to just start drawing a bunch of cards here. I'm feeling... This is the first match we've played where I'm feeling a little bit behind. I'm feeling a little bit behind. Yeah, links are enabled in chat. Act like an adult, you'll be fine. Wow, Stabilization Orb. That card's really good in the context of Modern. Oh, really? Really? Is that how that works? Okay, I guess they would have picked their journey back up, but that still would have been good to know that that's how that worked. I definitely wasn't thinking about that. Oh, they picked up their journey, and now they get to journey this, right? But if they cast journey here, I can bolt this, and then they lose this. But they have like 6 cards in their hand, right? Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Just go to the next one. There's no way we're beating through 6 cards. Huh. I have no idea. All I know is they took part of my video and they used it in their video without asking permission. Oh, Shaman. Oh, yeah, Monkey's pretty good, right? He blows up artifacts. This art is fantastic. Can we just talk about this art for a second, by the way? It's like, can we take and appreciate what this monkey is doing? Oh, they have artifact lands, too. Oh, lordy. Are these edicts actually good? They're probably worse than just the spot removal, right? I guess Ingot Chewer is Stone Rain as well, right? This is just Stone Rain. It's repeatable Stone Rain. What am I cutting here? What am I cutting? I want all the edicts. What am I cutting then? Am I cutting like some Scrabblers because I don't really need to grind against them? So Stinkweed Imp blocks, which is nice. I guess he's an awkward removal spell, but he's still like a removal spell, right? Also, like a flying threat seems fine. What if I trim some Carapids just because they're filler? I don't actually know what we're doing. We're just like science dogging the crap out of this. Tiny monster, did you escape? You're down, yeah. Did you escape the upstairs? Hey, rekindled soul with the tier 1 resubscription. Thanks a lot for the support. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go deliver this one back upstairs. Sorry. You know, he's fine. He grabbed the little thing and flicked the thing down probably.
I go down. I go down.
Oh, you know what? Where is your...
Dad, go up.
Do you want your phone? Do you want your phone to watch Go Toys? Okay, I'll show you your phone. Okay.
Daddy up. Daddy up.
Why don't you get down there? Sneak down.
That's up. That's up. That's up.
Enjoy. Have fun. I'll be home in a little bit. Sorry about that. We had a prisoner escape. There's no babysitter, there's only a cage. We have a child gate at the top of our stairs, and Declan has discovered that if he takes, I don't really have anything I want to discard here, so I'm gonna bottom this. If he takes his saw toy, he can grab it and flick the notch down and push the gate open. Chat needed a cute anyways. Kinda. Yeah, it slows them down. It slows them down, and like the child gate is permanently installed, like it's screwed into the walls, so when we take it out, it's out for good. I think I'm just going like Guildgate Pass here. Maybe I'm supposed to play the Evolving Wilds to start filling my bin for Delve. That's probably the case. When this enters play, draw a card, sacrifice a sure. Am I just killing this? I'm probably just killing this, right? So I keep my health a little high. They're a pseudo burn deck, right? Like super not familiar with the format right at all, but I think they're a pseudo burn deck. I guess we'll loot. TE's a good pickup. TE's a good pickup. Ditch these two for now. Play this. I have 1, 2. Oh, if I would have played this, I could have delved my whole yard. I'd probably rather wait a turn. Just like keep some cards in there. 4 bolt, 4 galvanic, and probably a bolt. That's a lot of reach. That's a lot of reach. I especially don't want to like use all my graveyard resources to play the Gurmag Angler because like it's likely just going to get like journey to nowhere, right? So like I don't really want to like blow my load on something that's just going to get removed. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe it's better to wait to hit their flying things. If they want to trade 2 for 1 on this Gurmag Angler, I'm okay with that if they play like 2 burn spells here. But I assume we're just going to get like Journeyed or Oblivion Ringed here. Yeah. Gorilla Shaman. Gorilla Shaman. While you're tapped out. Did I do that? Put the dukes up, monkey man. Put the dukes up. Rude. Rude, I liked my monkey. He wasn't done smashing things. He wasn't done smashing things. The Apes of Wrath. They are the Apes of Wrath. Pauper seems sweet. Having a good time. Getting nerds. Getting got by nerds. Do I actually like play this out as a 5-drop? I think I do, right? Just like Stone Rain you play my 3/3. The YouTube copyright claims are literally reviewed by people. They're literally reviewed by people. Thank you for the ban, Tom. I was getting there. God bless. Guess what? When someone files a copyright claim on your video, and this is going to come as a shock to the dickheads in chat that are responding on things they don't know about, they don't pull your video down. They give you a chance to dispute it. They send you a claim and say, such and such made this claim. Do you think they made it wrongly? And if they made it wrongly, they don't take your video down. They say the copyright claim was released. Because guess what? I have a YouTube channel, and people file fucking copyright claims against me all the time. And every time I go, no, that's my stuff, I have permission to do that, and YouTube goes, oh yeah, he's right, that's his stuff and he has permission to do that, we're not going to take that down. I'm not saying YouTube doesn't make mistakes, but I am saying when you're completely in the right, it's pretty easy to go, hey, I'm completely in the right, don't take my stuff down. And I'm not a lawyer. Maybe what he did does fall under fair use. All I know is I clicked through the forums and I said, I think this is wrong, they used my stuff. I cited the timestamps in my thing, and but again, like I'm not a Redditor. I'm not going to claim to be a lawyer and be informed and know 100% all of these little details on things, because I definitely don't. I'm not a copyright lawyer, and unless you're a copyright lawyer, you probably shouldn't claim to know the different details either. All right, we're just 10 out of 10 bolting this, right? Just like don't want our health total to get too low here. We have Golgari Brownscale set up though here, so the Golgari Brownscale is going to start gaining us health every turn, which is nice. Whoa! Man, we've been had by unfamiliarity with the format. We should have played around prismatic strands, chat. Mistakes were made. There were mistakes that have been made, chat. There were mistakes that have been made. Alright, I'm gonna get back. Do I want my Carapid? Do I just start attacking them? Or do I want my Monkey Man? I'm just gonna get my Carapid, I think. This blocks this Dorko for a turn, and it starts pressuring my opponent back. I mean, I didn't like make some kind of weird video, like claiming that this person ruined my life, or like that I was like if I was as petty as them, when I filed the copyright claim, I would have like made a video being like, this person stole my stuff and I'm filing a copyright claim against them. No, I just quietly made the copyright claim, because just like, they used my stuff, they didn't ask to use my stuff, so I said, hey YouTube, this is my stuff, and they didn't ask for it, so the fuck. I think it's rude to insinuate that everyone dislikes someone or everyone likes someone. Like, actually every person is human, and you're gonna find people that like and dislike them regardless of who they are, by and large. We're pretty dead here, right? Let's move on to the next one. That matchup felt really hard. So the rest of the matches we played, we just kind of ground through them, but opponent had a really good mix of evasive threats, answers, and just card advantage. So their deck looked pretty sweet. Looked like a red white artifacts aggressive deck. Is Alex link the Imgur link of them responding to their own comment? Oh, wow. So they posted it under an alt account and then started responding back and forth to their alt account? That's fantastic. What a dweeb. If I didn't think they were a dick before, they certainly are now. That's fantastic. God, if you're gonna put this much effort into being... Oh, God. Oh, God, that's great. That's great. Alright, this hand doesn't have enough lands in it. Let's try a redo. I feel like I can keep this at 6. It's got some spot removal in it. Hopefully our opponent's playing Bogles. Looting's a good pickup. We are 3-1, Big Mom Emrakul. I had someone link it and I skimmed it and reported a bunch of comments for harassment in between two of the matches here, but I'm not going to dig into it till later tonight. That's going to take way too much time. Nyxborn Shieldmate. They could be Bogles, right? Oh, Heroic. Is Heroic a deck? I'm just going to cycle this and then probably play my Cranium here. Ooh. Found some Tortured Existence. Yep, we beat Blueback Control. They stumbled and died in the second game, and we barely won the first game by the skin of our teeth. Seeker of the Way. This card made me a lot of money in Standard. I played the crap out of that card. Can you stream digging into it? I think streaming digging into it would probably be about as obnoxious as like what they did with it, and like there's really not a big reason to do that. It's just... Does this Democracy give me the right to use your face in a Pro Lantern t-shirt? Yes, Justin, definitely. If that Democracy didn't, other Democracy certainly would have. Whenever you cast a spell, put a 1/1 counter. Okay. Now I'm just gonna scroll through at Ectomaniac and like report people for harassment because that's fun. It gets people tempt banned. Gets people tempt banned from the Magic subreddit when they're assholes. I should just Faithless Looting and fluke this Grave Scrabbler into play, right? I'm gonna discard this. I'm gonna discard this Rakdos Guildgate. And then we can play this for madness. This is madness! To stream you digging into it. Alright, maybe. I mean, for enough dollars, I'll do anything, let's be honest. And it's just gonna be like me reporting people, so it won't be. It's not gonna be super exciting, but. That's not true, Bob. Newmont streamed Pauper before, and he has good numbers when he streams basically anything, right? Like he's very popular and he's a good content creator. But 450 in general is not bad here. Like my average Magic stream is somewhere around 600, and some of the modern ones get bigger than that. But like this is pretty comparable to like what the legacy numbers are. Yeah. Newmont's had good numbers for Pauper in the past. Not gonna chump block here. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have chump blocked because I have this TE in my hand. I mean, I have all these bits you told me to buy for my 4th badge. That was a lie. I said I wasn't fair to be sure. I said I didn't know. I said if it was possible, that was the way to get it. So do I want to hold these edicts to flashback? This is my 5th land, so like I'm on target. I'm on target to just flashback these edicts. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play the Gurmag Angler this turn, keeping this edict in my bin for now. And then, oh, I guess I have another one in my hand, so maybe this is loose. I'm gonna play this Bloodfell Caves to gain some health here. I think I'm actually just not gonna attack with this Grave Scrabbler because we're obviously not racing our opponent here. If we win this, we're gonna grind them out. Because if they kill this Gurmag Angler, I'm gonna chump block with this because we can get it back with Tortured Existence. Yeah, like Journey into Nowhere doesn't surprise me here. Yeah, I'm gonna jump here since we have the TE in our hand. And God's willing. That's good to know. That's good to know, yeah, so I just like want all of my edicts. All right, so looting's a pretty good pickup here, right? I can try and dig into my deck a little bit here. No, actually it was. It was actually started by that person. They created an alt account to start the thread. So I can edict them here. So, you know why I don't believe the brother story? Is there anybody really in 2018 that has a shared computer that doesn't have separate profiles for each computer user on their web browser? Like, Christy and I have a shared laptop that we both use in the living room on occasion, and like, the web browser has profiles. I get to flash. I feel like once we start flashing back Chainer's Edicts, if our opponent doesn't have reach in their deck, they're probably just ranched. Alright, so let's cycle the Carapid here. I'm cycling this now because I want to play this Cranium and pick this Bloodfell Caves back up. And then, end step, I can discard this Scrabbler to Tortured Existence, then pick up both my Carapids here. So, TE is targeting the bottom Carapid. Maybe they're bad with technology. It took me 45 minutes to find these bits. I mean, he's obviously bad with technology because he doesn't understand how to switch Reddit accounts. That's the best part about having brothers blame. That's true. Declan started blaming Jake for things. It's kind of adorable, but also kind of obnoxious. I think I'm gonna hold this one because I want to start beating them down. Play this guy out. Get to play. Do I want to play this Caves? I have this Faithless Looting in my bin. I probably just don't even want to play this Caves, right? I just want to like hold it to flashback a Faithless Looting next turn. Do you think the 500 viewers are here for the Pauper or just the drama? Do I want to cycle this or do I want to play it out? I probably just want to play it out, right? Just like beat them down. My opponent's talking to me in game chat. And they were like, they asked me if I was streaming. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stream Pauper for the rest of the day. And they're like, I just assumed it was a fish because no good players play the deck you're playing. It's like, oh, sure. Yep. That sounds about right. All right. This actually gets me 2 lands, right? Yeah, I'm gonna bin these. I'm gonna hold the Scrabbler. I'm gonna hold the Scrabbler for a... They made me laugh. I'm not gonna block them. They made me laugh. They aren't wrong. No good. Thanks, Burgle. Love you too. All right, what are we doing? What are we doing? The edicts are great, we decided, because they have protection. Unlike college kids on prom night, or high school kids on prom night, they have protection. The Electrostatic Bolt's probably fine, just because it like shocks something. When the deck being bad actually stopped. Wait, was that? Oh, that was. I caught it. Yeah, the chat's moving, and I. All right, what am I trading out here? The Stinkweed Imp seems great still. Jeff, are you saying Combat Celebrant is fragile? Could you describe further? Isn't Deceiver Exarch? No, Combat Celebrant's a 4/1. Deceiver Exarch's a 1/4, Justin. So Combat Celebrant can't attack into things like Lingering Souls tokens and stuff like that. It's Burgle's brother's account, yep. Crypt Rats is slow? Yeah, I'd buy that for $1. Maybe we don't need all of these. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think I like the rest of these cards. All right, let's run it. This deck seems sweet. It's got like a sweet grindy engine. It's got removal. It's got some sweet paupery bombs. It's got the fish, and the fish should be banned in Legacy, obviously, right? I think I can keep this hand. It doesn't have any edicts in it, but it's got lands and bolts. But it goes infinite, because there's a lot of times where you're not actually going to get to go infinite. That's really annoying. Let's exceedingly annoying. It's a 0-4. How am I supposed to lightning bolt that one, chat? All right, we get to bolt that one, which is nice. I've not caught any of the leaks yet. We'll probably dig into them tonight. So do I want to wilds? I think I just want to do this, right? Next turn I can like voice spin the Brownscale. Flame slash it, bolt it twice. We do need some edicts, right? We've got 5 edicts in our deck. So hopefully we find some of those. Embalm? That's rude. Because a lot of the people that play Legacy don't like the idea of change. They're heavily invested in the decks that they play, and the reason why they don't play formats like Modern and Standard is because Legacy doesn't change very often. So when a major change threatens to come to Legacy, that's terrifying. There's also, I genuinely believe, people that like Deathrite Shaman in the format, and like whether or not you like or dislike Deathrite in Legacy, there's also like that's subjective, right? Why didn't they attack with their powerful 1-drop? Do they not have any heroic cards? They just have a bunch of like crappy white poopers. It's looking like they just have a bunch of poopers, chat. Alright. I think we're just gonna loot here, right? Don't have anything else going on, really. I think I want to hit most of these land drops, so I think I'm just gonna discard these. I wonder if they have enchantment removal in their hand. If I hadn't drawn another Tortured Existence, I wouldn't have run this out. But because I drew another Tortured Existence, I think I'm fine just running this out here. I think there's a good chance they're just going to kill this. Target creature you control gets protection. That's adorable. That leads off with the sentence, turn 1, Glistener Elf here. That's great, Hours. You just like, you should just like automatically assume that anywhere that isn't moderated, where people have anonymous accounts, is going to be a shit show. Like, even a mostly normal person plus total anonymity ends up with them being an asshole a lot of the time. Like, that's unfortunately just like how a lot of people are. We're gonna Tormenting Voice stitch this, right? Thanks. I'm opening lots of browser tabs. Ooh, Crypt Rats is pretty good. This is Caves. These are not those, so do I want to cycle this? It's gonna cheer every comment until I run out of bits so you read them. Thank you for the bits, Justin. Alright, so I'm gonna play this Wilds. I'm kind of sad I discarded the mountain. I probably should have kept the mountain so I had the untapped land. I'm gonna play the second Tortured Existence just as a backup here. I like, if we get like demystified and they kill all of them or something like that, I'll feel bad, but I think a lot of their possible enchantment removal is probably targeted, so putting the second into play seems fine. They're getting a lot of power into play here. This is Pauper. We're playing Pauper all evening. So you can play at that game. Thanks for the bits, ranting, Bob. Look, games that involve throwing bits in my cup, those are great games. I like those games. Like, after Magic, they're probably like my favorite type of game. Alright, so I'm gonna cycle this Caraped so we have targets for like Grave Scrabbler and Tortured Existence here. Too slow, mods. I got that one. Thanks for the follow, dickhead. And have a nice life. All right. Do I want to dredge this Brownscale? Yeah, probably, just because I want to gain health. Hopefully we dredge into more creatures. I did not dredge into more creatures, and we flipped over another Edict. All right. We had another Scrabbler. That's, okay, interesting. So I can, holiest of hats with the brand new tier 1 subscription. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I can, inside of combat, do this Scrabbler, right? I can, inside of combat, do this Scrabbler. Instant bans make me happy. Thanks for the bits. We did lose to the Boros Monarch deck. We did in fact lose to that one. Okay, so what we're going to do here, this is a double land, right? So I'm going to Tortured Existence, pick this up, discard Brownscale. Then I'm going to cycle the Monstrous Carabid. Then I'm going to Tortured Existence, discarding the Grave Scrabbler to pick up the Brownscale and the Carabid. Have I mentioned how much I love this deck? We drew another one. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy. Lordy, lordy. This deck's a hoot. I don't know if this deck is good because I don't understand Pauper yet, but it is certainly a hoot. It's doing things that makes me excited to play Magic. And that's like my bar for if I'd like this deck or not. It does things that make me excited to play Magic. This is our first Pauper League of the day. We're hopefully gonna play 4 or 5. I don't know. This league's taken over 2 hours. We might only get to 4 leagues today. We might only get to 4 leagues today. Fair warning. I'm gonna do my best, but do I chump block with this Scrabbler since I have this other Scrabbler in my hand, just like 10 out of 10? I do have a deck that's even slower than this one. My brother sent this bit. This is gonna be a new meme on the channel, and it's fantastic. Thank you. Ditch this Brownscale. Dredge this Brownscale. Sweet. I actually want to draw lands. And like the Brownscale just like sits here and buffers our health total. Man, this deck is gas. So we'll do the cycle the Carabid plus get the other Scrabbler back. How do you win? Why are you worried about winning? We are winning right now. This is the best part of the game. The part of the game where you're not losing, but you still haven't won yet, so your opponent continues playing. Can we get a copyright emote? Alright, so I'm gonna pick Scrabbles back up with TE. And then this Scrabbles is gonna pick up Monstrous Carabid. Eventually you have to win the game, yep. After we grind away our opponent's will to live, we'll play 4/4s and Gurmag Anglers and like attack them to death. But first we have to break their will to live. We must crack it asunder. So I have 7 mana at this point, so we just need a way to kill this so we can edict this. Rude. All right, yeah, so I'm probably playing Crypt Rats out next turn, right? So I can clean the board up. Yep, yeah, links are allowed. Chainer's Edict, that's pretty good. Oh, that's actually great, right? Because now I get to go ahead and do this and then like ding them for 1 and then edict them. Two brown scales means I can pay a black mana to gain 2 health now as well, which is nice. Okay. Yep. I feel sorry forever this. Your subs are literally trolls that provided that lantern fund. Marty Punker with the $20 donation. Thank you, Marty. Boosh! Blowing the bits out of the cup. Thank you for the big donation. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm aware the rats only use black mana. But like, we just get to like rebuy our rats now, right? You just get to rebuy our rats and like gain a bunch. Oh, I can respond with another rats activation. Oh, chat. Oh, I knew. I didn't get there. It's fine. Be kind in my review. Be kind, rewind. I'm dumb. Sorry. I'm reading donation messages and stuff, and yeah, this is an instant ability, right? I could just respond with it again. Opponent thought they were playing a fish. Little did they know, they are in fact playing a fish. Fishy, 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 fishy. Fishy, 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 fishy. Fishy, 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 fishy. I mean, we just get to like make the same play this turn, right? Get my Crypt Rats back, discard this Brownscale. And now I'm just gonna loop Brownscales here to gain health. So like every Tortured Existence activation that I just like do the Truffle Shuffle with these Brownscales, we get to gain 2. This is even worse than the Blink Fog deck. Look, this is a deck that can grind, chat. Don't you love a good grind? Grind on me, baby. Land is excellent. I would love a land. Look, that punt was because we got a $20 donation. That was a perfectly adequate, acceptable punt, okay? Gotta fill the cup. Apple Tunes with the Twitch workers getting in there. Kill the board. You think they're gonna make the protection play again? Because I didn't see it last time. Haha! Haha! Little does my opponent know I have new and improved information. Opponent said GG's. I know the rating is on the wall. 4-1 our first Pauper League. I think that makes us a pop-fessional. Pop-fessional? No, that one's not as good as popular. That's not as good as popular. Alright. Alright, what are we doing? Blue-White Tribe. What is this and how does it work? It's literally just Tireless Tribe Inside Out. There's nothing else I'm missing here, right? It's just this is it. This is it. This is the line. You want to tribe some people?